3 protests done at home games. The 4th one is on its way this weekend. But before we get into it, Paul, we finally won a game. We beat Newcastle at the weekend, but not only did we win, it was a bloody good performance as well.
Yeah, they played great. I mean, they thoroughly deserved to win, didn't they? And let's face it, at the start, it looked like it was going to be one of them games, and we were really unlucky. Of course, we had a little bit of luck ourselves, but we really deserved it. I thought they played really well. They did deserve it. They're no mugs, Newcastle, and it was great. And it was great, sort of being in the pub with West Ham people afterwards, and everyone was shouting and hollering for the right reasons and happy. I'm not going to say where I go, but it really is a West Ham pub, and all the bar staff was, screaming when we scored and everything else. And yeah, it was great. So we must have a great chance of beating Burnley, Gio. You can never be sure, but we've got a great chance of beating them. Beaten by, I think, 3 goals, is it? I think 2 goals we go level, 3 goals we go above them. So yeah, it's encouraging. We've got some hard games coming up, but it's something to grab hold of. A bit of hope there, and yeah, long may it continue. I like Souček. I know he gets a lot of stick, and I know, but to be fair, people say he's not mobile, and I get where they're coming from. But he covered a lot of ground to get that goal.
Yeah.
He kept going. He ran right through the centre
Yeah.
of the pitch. He ran a long way, and him and the other fella, was it Corfell or whatever his name was, that isn't with us, they were a big part of our success. They hit the ground running, didn't they? They hit the ground running, and they were brilliant professionals, both of them. And he's, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a great day. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
agree.
great.
Not everyone in the team would have followed it in like Souček did for that one. I think
Yeah,
a few, even Kyle Walker-Peters to some extent, who was next to Souček, he sort of slowed down a little. As Bowen took the shot, he sort of put the brakes on a little bit to wait to see what happens, whereas Souček just anticipated there might be a rebound, there might be a sniff here, and I'm going to make sure I get there first as well. It was the cherry on the top of a lovely Sunday
yeah. I
afternoon
mean,
cake.
it was near the end, and we were probably going to win anyway. So maybe not one of his most important goals, but he scored a lot of important goals,
Yeah.
very important goals, and he'll be missed when he goes. He will be, as was the other fella that he came with. Good lads. They've they've sort of adopted West Ham, and they get it. I think I think they get it, what we're about.
Well, from 2 people who get it and will be missed to 2 people who perhaps don't get it and won't be missed when they depart West Ham. Before the game on Burnley, big game against Burnley, but before that, a big event for West Ham fans as well. It's the next protest, this time in the form of a march.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you the details, Gio. I
Go on.
think I've done the rabble rousing and the call to arms to death. So let's just go through the details, really. Um, we did some years ago what remains the biggest football march on these shores. And it was independently verified. There was just under 9,000 there. We know we'd have got 15,000 next time, but COVID intervened. There were no arrests at all. There was no trouble at all. It was a real carnival atmosphere, lots of kids there. It was fun. And a lot of people said afterwards they felt like it was the real West Ham back again. So for this one, we walked the route with the police, and largely because of the track record we had, no problems at all. And I'm sure it'll be the same again, carnival atmosphere. And look, we've got to be vigorous, we've got to be loud, we've got to be proud to get the message out, not just to the board, but almost as importantly to the press, because there'd be a lot of mainstream press there. So we've got to be loud, we've got to be proud, we've got to be vigorous, but at the same time, we will be professional, we will be peaceful, and we will be respectful. So look, the route is well publicised. I'll go through it again. It will leave Stratford Underground Station, the main entrance. That's the one near the bus station, and you've got the old red train there. I don't do late, Gio. I just don't. So it won't leave at 12:29, and it won't leave at 12:31. It will leave at 12:30 on the dot. It will go into Stratford High Street, and it will walk down past Stratford High Street Station on the DLR. So that's an easy pickup for people. And it will get there, the DLR station, at 12:45. Then it will sling a right into Carpenter's Road, and it will get to the Carpenters about 12:55. Obviously, we hope people will join from the Carpenters, and you've got the square there. So, frankly, it's been disappointing, the support we've had from the Carpenters. Um, I hope it'll be better this time. And yeah, I can only appeal to them. Can you give up that one pint, just that one pint, and come and support the march? It will then sling a left into Siding Street, and it passes close to Pudding Mill Lane Station. Now, there's quite a few of my friends that will be getting on at Pudding Mill Lane Station. I'm nearly 70 now. You slow down. Even a nippy little guy like you, probably when you're 70, you'll be a little bit slower. So some of my mates, and not just my mates, West Ham fans generally, of course, probably can't do the whole route. So there will be people getting on at Pudding Mill Lane, and it hits Pudding Mill Lane at 1:05, and we reckon it will get down the gates about 1:20. Same place as against Palace, which is the director's entrance. There will be people waiting for us, meeting us there. Again, people who can't come the whole way. And I've asked some friends from the supporters club. You probably remember it, Gio. It used to be known as the West Ham fans flag, Bill Gardner's flag. It was the biggest flag in Europe, football flag in Europe, but it's an old style flag, not these modern light material. It needs about 6 people to carry it. So I said, look, you can't lug that round. What would be great is if when the march approaches, this massive United We Stand flag is there. And they promised to do that. So filling in some of the details now, on the forecourt there at Stratford, there will be stewards in high-vis vests. Frankly, they shouldn't need to do anything, but they'll be there. Anyone wants to ask them any questions, that sort of thing. There'll also be a steward in a high-vis at Pudding Mill Lane Station. So if anyone comes out there, he will tell them which way to go. It's one direction, can't get lost, 250 yards. Music. We had some criticism is the wrong word, constructive criticism over the years about the sound systems. We're all volunteers, we're just ordinary people, and we can't pay everything out of our own pockets. But we put an appeal out a little while back, and the West Ham fans were very generous. They've not given us that money to just leave it in the bank. So there were 3 specs, 200, 400, 500. We spent 500 quid. I don't know what you call the thing. I'll call it a sound box. We've got this sound box thingy. So when we shout out and, give directions or whatever, people should be able to hear it. We will have the obvious tunes playing, The Clash, The Jam, Madness, Bubbles, the Kids Are United, Twist and Shout. That will be there. Right. Petition. So the march will be handing in the West Ham fans petition. I'll give you the link once more, because there are people who haven't signed it. You'll find it on bsout.co.uk. Now, it's getting respectable now. There's nearly 17,000 signed. But all these petitions, we had it with the concessions, they're bloody murder. You go into it, the first thing it does is ask you for money. So straight away, people turn off, understandably. That money doesn't go to Nick Killington, who started the petition, or Hammers United. It goes to the petition people. But that's neither here nor there. Please, if you're not signed, go into it, skip all the money, maybe share with your mates, sign it. You then get a follow-up email that will go to your junk, and you've got to click that. I'll tell you now, I saw it with the concessions. There's 17,000 signed. We've probably lost about 8,000. It's that difficult. But please, guys, try and do it. Now, the thing is, I was talking to Nick, and he was going to print the bloody thing off. I said, look, you need some sort of special printer. It'll blow up, and you need a wheelbarrow to carry it. So what we decided, that we'd have some sort of symbolic effigy, I suppose is the word, something that symbolises the petition. And again, we spent a few quid, and we've got like a foam 3 foot by 4 foot West Ham crest. Not the West Ham crest with London on it, the West Ham United crest. And on the back of it is a QR code for the petition. So that symbolises the fans' petition. We thought we wanted someone high profile, well-known, popular West Ham fan to carry it. I've asked Nick to be involved as well, because he did the bloody thing. But I'm really sort of excited and pleased to say that Jeff Turner from the Cockney Rejects, Stinky Turner, he's right behind the campaign, and Jeff will carry the petition. And Bill Gardner, who many consider to be the daddy of the West Ham fans, Bill will meet the march at Pudding Mill Lane, and Bill, Nick, and Jeff will hand the petition in. Right. Many people, I'm one of them, feel that these people are killing our football club. So we thought we needed something symbolic. So we have a hearse to accompany the march. Now, unfortunately, the way the traffic has to go, the way we're walking, means the hearse has got to be the other side of Stratford High Street. Nothing we can do about that. But the hearse will sort of go alongside the march. It will turn right into Carpenter's Road and it will head the march up until it reaches the Carpenters. You cannot do a left turn into Siding Street. Obviously, you can when you're walking. I mean, a vehicle can't. So I thought I was being clever. I got a London cabbie and he gave me another route so the hearse could meet us. All those streets are shut when West Ham play. So the hearse will stop and park up at the Carpenters. But the undertaker and his assistant will then open the back up and take a coffin out. And with two of our assistants, 4 people will carry the coffin to the entrance of the ground as a symbol of how these people are killing our football club. That's that. Now, obviously, we get to the gates, we hand the petition in, we give our team a big cheer. I would point out, Gio, that the last big march we had, before it, West Ham had lost 4, drawn 3, and after it, West Ham lost 3 in a row. So our last big march was the only win West Ham had in 11 matches. So hopefully we can give the team a big cheer and more of the same. Obviously, then some will go to the pub and watch it. Some will go to the stadium to cheer the lads on. We're mindful that the weekend is Remembrance Weekend, and we wanted to show some respect. So we've also chipped in and we bought a wreath. And we'll be inviting anyone on the march that served to help us with the wreath. You might be aware it's quite a new thing. I think it's been going a couple of years now that they have a small remembrance service in the fan zone. We have a serving soldier on the march, and we have say retired. You know,
A
I mean,
veteran,
someone
a
who used to be
veteran.
a soldier.
Yeah.
You know, who's come out, and a serving soldier on the march, and they will carry the wreath, and they will take it to the remembrance service outside the football ground. So I think that's everything. Just let me quickly look at my notes, please. Music, petition, first coffee, remembrance. That's it. Any questions?
12:30, Stratford Station on the dot. Get ready.
On the dot. And look, I think we get a really good turnout. I think there's still thousands of West Ham fans, many thousands, but deeply care about our club. I think there's many thousands absolutely pissed off, fed up to the back teeth with the bullshit. So yeah, look, no more BS, no more bullshit, no more Brady Sullivan. Come on, you Irons, and long live West Ham, Gio.
And lastly, Paul, before we play out, we've got a video to play out after me and Paul have finished nattering away. We often get comments on the videos that me and you do. Often we get comments from West Ham fans that don't live locally to London. They live overseas, some of them, and they've asked if there's ways they can get involved. Obviously, you can't say how or when or what, but what you could do, if you don't mind, is promise them that there will be a way that they can get involved in the not so near future, as well as signing a petition. There's also an active protest coming up in the future.
We will be doing a national campaign of sorts soon, and we'll be inviting and are hoping that West Ham fans that maybe can't get down the stadium too often. I mean, God knows you used to come from Aberdeen. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But West Ham fans from all over the country that maybe can't travel too often certainly will be able to make a contribution to the campaign, without a doubt.
To play us out, Paul, would you like to introduce the video that's going to be on people's screens in just a second?
Yeah, look, a friend of mine did this video, and I just burst into tears. I think it's brilliant. Um, I can't say any more than that. Please play it. I think it's wonderful, and I hope everyone enjoys it as much as I did. So thank you, Gio. Thank you very much.